Hey guys, L.L.L Lady here. This episode kind of got big on me. So we may be a little longer than our normal 30 minutes, but that's usually what I shoot for. It's kind of a fun one. We've got a few things that we're going to run through today. Today's flow, we're going to talk about some Lego news. There's a couple of things coming up that I'm excited about and I wanted to share with you guys. And then I thought we would do the FLEGO Files. The truth is out there. If you know that reference, you may be an adult fan of Lego. Sorry, Alex and Jason, I couldn't resist. Um, and then I'm going to introduce the Lego Love and Lady set ranking. I've got to have a way of you guys kind of knowing what my opinion is. And that's all it is my opinion. It's not, you know, what's a decent price for me. I think Lego is high no matter what, but the sets today will all be from alternate brick brands. Brick brands, sorry. And then there's a fun segment called Did That Just Happen? There was quite a few of those this week, and it's all good things, but I think you'll enjoy hearing about them. And I'm very humbled by the support I've gotten this week. That's all I'll say. And then we got our Brickies Tippies, and then what's on the bill table. So, yeah, it don't sound like a lot, but I think it's going to be a lot. So, here we go. Breaking Lego news. Series 5 BDP second chance sale is Monday, 4/20, 2026. It will be at 2 p.m. EDT, 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you are interested in any of these sets, we never know for sure which ones they will have or in what quantities. The last second, the last few second chance sales have sold out in seconds. The last one, it turned out okay for me because it ended up winning it, but I had the Lost City in the cart, had it paid for, and then had Lego cancel my order. So that was highly disappointing. I am going to go for the antique shop. Um, that will put me at having the four that I really wanted from this series. I was able to pick up the popcorn wagon and the These are Tortuga was also a set that I won. At the same time, I won the Lost City. I got to choose from about 25 sets. I got to choose two, and those were the two that I chose. So, yeah. So, yay. If you haven't got one, hopefully they'll have some Adventures in Transylvania for you guys to pick up. If you don't have that set and you have the option to get it, I don't think you can go wrong with it. I would think maybe now, though, if you don't get it in a second chance sale, I would wait to get it used. I'm really hoping at some point they go back and do a like an all stars or the best of the best, and maybe all of the ones that sold the highest we get a fan vote on from all like the designer programs to see if they'll do a re-release of that top five that we can crowdfund again, maybe for the ones that we kind of missed out on. So maybe not, that might get rid of some of the exclusivity, but honestly, 30 or 50,000 sets worldwide is not a lot. So maybe. And then the next one I am really, really excited about. Shrek and Donkey are coming to Lego. And I know, sounded like a little girl, didn't I? But I've loved these movies. Um, oh, even now, they just make me smile. Puss in Boots. I have a little orange cat. I'm going to dress him up like Puss in Boots one of these days. And I hope we get a big buildable Puss in Boots because that will definitely be on my, I will find space for that. That's all I'm going to say. Something will have to go so that can come in. Um, Donkey, it's funny. There's a little meme of Donkey grinning and or a GIF, and Jim will pick at me, and then I'll send him Donkey grinning. So yeah, this will be in our house. Probably not day one because I'm beginning to learn more about, waiting, unless there's really a great GWP to go with it. So that's all the news I really have for you. There was on, I'm into true crime too. And I did see, but I didn't get a chance to research it to tell you all of it. But there were some guys that got busted for stealing an Amazon tractor trailer truck full of Lego. Did you guys see that? That was crazy. I'm thinking that maybe a future episode, probably sooner instead of later, of crazy things people do for Lego or Lego criminals or Lego larceny. I ain't quite sure what I want to call it. But you guys let me know if you would like to see that. The FLEGO Files. The truth is out there. There is some great and there is some great alternative brands that I personally have, and you're probably going to see pictures of them again. But this sailboat was it was Fun Hole, but it's Looney Bricks now because they finally learned, or someone finally told them, I think, that that name did not translate well here in the U.S. And then this is Joy Bloxy. It's a rare set. It's not a rare set, but it's hard to find those. Both of these come with light kits and no stickers. So we'll talk more about those, but here I am giving it away. We're going to talk about Looney Bricks, Fantasy, Brickcraft, Yoy Bloxy, Mattel Brick Shop, General Gems, Affordable Bricks, Let Bricks, and Yeshin. Some of those I really like. Some of those have turned me into not the best version of myself, I will say, which leads me into the Lego Lovin' Lady rating for Lego sets. Definitely a do-over. It's one that I have to resist tearing down and rebuilding just for the joy of building. That would be like Hocus Pocus. That would be, um, I want to say Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. I was trying to mesh all that up into one word there. Uh, the Disney camera, the 100-year Disney camera. That one I very well may break down and rebuild because it was just a joy. I just really loved doing that one. Uh, love it. It was good. It was a great build. It displays great. Price was probably on point. Um, so yeah, definitely recommend it. Would definitely do it. Man, it's just what it sounds like. It ain't good. It ain't bad. It ain't ugly. It's all right. It's, it was an okay build. Nothing stressful. Nothing really new. Just, not into this. A little boring. Maybe a little too easy. Not my style. Too much technic. Too many stickers. Like get rid of the stickers. You can come up with smart bricks. You can print a brick. Um, oh, and I'm doing a short and you guys ain't seen it yet. But at the toy company, they had these it's called Codex? No, what is it? Anyway, oh, robotics. And you build these little robots and you do these little animation things. Why can't we get some robotics in the Lego? If you're gonna do the smart bricks, I would rather be able to make it move. And I guess people say, well, that's the motors and stuff, but maybe in a better way. I don't know. What the heck, Lego? Yeah, I stole that. Sorry. Kind of not sorry, but it's just funny. Instructions aren't great. They're out of order. The pieces are fighting me. It's frustrating. It's not fun. You had one job, charge me for build a set that I would buy because it probably looked pretty good or I wouldn't have bought it, right? And then when I get it, there's something just wrong. And sometimes it can be that the set is itself might be all right, but it's missing pieces or the instructions aren't quite right or out of whack. I can think of one that I loved after it was together, but I had a few moments to where I had to go back and tear it down and totally reconstruct it in a different way to get it to go together. And that was the sunflowers, the Van Gogh sunflowers. But I love it now. It's been hanging for months, so it's great. And then the worst of the worst, you guys heard me describe what a hissy fit was down here in the South, and it's also equivalent to Marvel's Hulk smash is back in the damn box. Nope, done with it. Sorry, I bought it. Ain't gonna finish it. I'm going to give it away if I find, but I can't really give it away because I wouldn't do that to a friend. Straight up, back in the box. This is not Lego for me is like a therapy. It's calming. Brick building for me, it's like therapy. It's calming. Even some of the light kits are I've done have not been this bad, but there's one set that I've got a story on that I hope you guys forgive the D word there. But yeah, actually there's two sets that went back in the box, but one went under a rapid deconstruction first. That's all I'm gonna say about that right now. So Looney Bricks, first up, and that is the big sailboat. It does have lights. The only down thing about Looney Bricks is the bride and groom ducks. We have a Wrangler, and Jim and I recently got married, and his sister gave us those little ducks. So, but it's their minifigs are kind of funky. That's the biggest thing, and I think the Fantasy. We're going to talk about Fantasy next. Their minifigs are weird too, but they look more like a Funko Pop to me. So they're not as janky as these are. But the sets overall, you get printed pieces, you get light kits, you get these vibrant, beautiful colors. They display so well. They go together well. They're a high quality brick. I think though I haven't built Looney bricks in a while. They do have an online version of the instructions, which is something I like because I have trouble with my eyes seeing sometimes by looking at the books. It's hard for me to tell. But it's the PDF. It's like the older sets or the non 3D sets in the Brick Builder app. But yeah, they are definitely a do-over brand. They are definitely, you know, sets that I don't feel bad about buying. You can get them usually at a really good price, I think. Like say 22, 2300 piece set, maybe 100, $129. And then you can get it on sale. They have their own rewards program, just a great company. They're doing a really good job. I've got all of the links that I'm going to put in the comments. I'm hoping I can put them in the comments. I ain't never tried that before. So you guys can go check some of these out. But I'm only going to put the ones out there that I would actually say that I would recommend to a friend. If they're janky or they drove me to act out a bit, then yeah, I won't put that link down there. All right, so we're going to go on to Fantasy now. This is the Fantasy Jukebox. I do have other sets, but I've had to do some rotating on my collection because I'm out of space and I'm getting to be out of space in a room that I'm rotating them in and out to. So, but this is the jukebox. It had some tricky pieces, and there's also the little Dumbo brickheads right in front of it, but it's really cool that it'll actually play music. It opens up in the back and it's got like a stage and a little dude back there. It's got little coins you can drop into it. All of this around here lights up in the different colors. I plan on, like I did with the BDP sets, is later on this week, is I'll get these sets down. Let's hope nothing crashes and burns. If you know, you know. Um, get these sets down and do a little more thorough review and maybe let you see them light up and let you see the printed pieces and how they open up and the quality of the bricks, that type thing. The ones I like. The janky ones are going to stay in the box, is all I'm going to say. Not into that. But yeah, Panacea is a great brand. I was looking at the website. They have got the Dinosaur Museum is out. It looks amazing. It looks like something I would really want to do. And I think they have the Opera House too. That looked really, really cool. I hadn't bought that one yet. Going back to Looney Bricks, just an honorable mention is they have an antique shop that is, I think it's over 3,000 pieces for like 150 bucks, but it's all printed. It's a good size set. It's good quality bricks. So me personally, I don't think you can go wrong with Looney Bricks or Panacea. They've got some great designs. Panacea's coming out. They got this cool little retro camera. They've got an old-fashioned sewing machine. Uh, you can go on Jason's Bricks and Fives, and he reviews a lot of their sets. And the lady She Clicks Bricks, she does a lot of their sets as well. I would check out Jason first though. Jim's wondering why I'm not picking him up. He doesn't know I'm hanging out and talking to you guys. So if you hear my phone go off, I apologize for that. So who's next? Brickcraft. Brickcraft, these two I still have in the box, but I have done some of the Christmas sets like the Grinch that's coming out of I don't know if you can see this or not, this one. And to be honest, it was really a good little build. Um, Great solid bricks went together really well, clicked really well. Clutch wasn't too much, wasn't too little. Threw that in the floor. Wasn't too much, wasn't too little. Come out looking great. So I've been dodging the cat in the hat. There's another short coming, and I saw it yesterday for $35. It had a really rough week at work. We had close, we had estimate, we had all kinds of stuff going on, and it was just I'm like, you know what? I think today's the day this comes home with me. So 520 pieces. Like I said, I gave $35 for it. And I'm hoping it's as good of a set as the others, but we'll do a review on it when we get it done. Oh, and loved it. I loved the Grinch. I gave the rating on the Grinch, and these I gave it. I do not yet. Don't know yet. So when I do know, I'll update it. Yoy Bloxy. This is the, well, that didn't work as good as it should have. But Yoy Bloxy, this is it's one of the movie houses, and bless me, I forgot which one it is. But it's absolutely a great build. It's amazing. Everything went together great. It lights up. It even has to where you can charge charge the battery pack. So it runs off of like a USB pack, not off of actual batteries. You can see my Scooby out front. It says Bridal Suite there. This is one I'll pull down and light up and let you guys actually see. It says here you're now in Bedford Falls is on the little sign. So yeah, this one was definitely a do-over. I've also got a little Christmas Village set that was Joy Bloxy that went together really well. It's in one of the boxes here. I couldn't get a good picture of it online. I don't know if they still make it or not. Usually you can find these sets on Amazon, but you have to be kind of careful. They're also under a name or Korea, but it's all the same. I haven't decided or learned for sure if Yoy Bloxy is the actual brand or Korea or if it's a different company that's just putting these sets out. But they are really, really great sets. Printed printed pieces, lights, goes together fairly well. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with that. And I got this on the wrong thing. This is actually Looney Bricks. It's not Yoy Bloxy, guys. This is Looney Bricks. It's a Midnight Haunted Mansion. That's a mess up on my part. I apologize for that. Love this set. You would think I would know better about what it is. This set, you can pull it up on Amazon. They're saying right now it's $129.99. I would wait. Looney Bricks runs 30% off all the time. It'll go on sale in the summer when it restocks too. It's got a ship to Canada, sold out in the USA right now. But yeah, if you can get one, this thing is awesome. Oh, I am so sorry I got that mixed up. But yeah, that's a Yoy Bloxy. It's not that's a Looney Bricks, not a Yoy Bloxy. I think the Yoy Bloxy is actually green. And uh, I have that one, but it's packed up for the Spooky Town. It's packed up with my Spooky Village, so I'll have to get some pictures of that. Maybe I can put it in a short or something for you guys. But yeah, in case you didn't know, it's definitely a do-over. Definitely do this one again. It's a great set. Great set. I've had a lot of luck with Yoy Bloxy. I really have. And my animations are not working like they're supposed to here. This is Mattel Brick Shop. These sets were okay. Well, the Corvette was okay. It had some little ticky parts. It was okay. Jim built the trucks. I can't speak to it as much, but I love the look of that little truck. Like, it just makes me want to get in it and go to the beach. I can't swim and I can't surf, but it makes me want to go to the beach. My dad, fun story, the reason I wanted this truck is my dad used to have one we called Nellie Bell. Same year, same body style. It was green. It was a work truck. He was painting houses and things at the time. He would work second shift at the box plant. And then during the day, he would contract. And so mom could stay home with me till I got, older in school to where I could come home and be by myself. Back then, that was a little younger than it is now. But he would always take me and my cousin April. Well, we're both only kids, so I call her my sister, but we're actually cousins and we live next door. And she's my sister. That's anyway, I'm not gonna even try to explain it. She's my sister. Um, but the dashboard was all metal and he'd had these magnets on there. And we would play with the magnets, but he would always say he would take us to school so that he got to spend a little bit of time with us during the week. Otherwise, he wouldn't see us at all except for just a couple hours on the weekend. So yeah, that's I got an emotional attachment to that to the truck. So the truck I would probably rank higher, but I didn't build it, so I can't really tell you. But I did build a Corvette, and it was okay. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad. It's okay. But we all know how I am about Technic, and it's a little techy, I think. Next up, we have General Gems, and next up we have General Gems, and this is the Witch House. This thing was really, really great. It was really, really great. I loved it. It added so much to the spooky village. You can't really see. There's another one of these. They're brick built ravens and they're huge and they're all kinds of spooky. It did have a little bit of a challenge clutch wise, and that's because I have fibromyalgia. So some days it's just harder for me than others. That's one thing I really like about Lego. It's consistent. Um, so I think that's why it got both of these. You gotta love it for the look and the feel and all the details and everything. Um, there was some ticky parts. That roof was not as easy as the one on the medieval blacksmith shop, even though it looks very similar. It had a few issues with the instructions, but it's a 2,500 piece set for $90. So I think if the clutch hadn't been better, I would have ranked it higher. But it did get a love it, but a what the heck on a few things. So we'll see. And I have another from General Gems that is the gingerbread building block house. It's actually it's actually in the build room. It's been in there for a while. I'm supposed to be doing one Christmas set a month so that I can get them all done by Christmas. And so far it's what, April? So I'm 4 months behind. So I don't know yet about this one. I'm looking forward to building it. There's no lights or anything with this one, but there's no stickers either. So there is printed pieces, but there's no lights or anything with it. This is just, I'm thinking this is like a 1,600 piece set for like 53 bucks. And this is straight from the General Gems website. So yeah, it's worth the gamble, I think, for these. Affordable bricks. Um, what the heck, Lego. And after I was pulling these pictures and links and things, and I got to looking, this is a very, very small mystery machine. It's tiny. And I wanted one to go with all of my Scooby Doos. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll order it. It's 25 bucks and just see what it comes out like. Um, Shaggy will forever stay in the mystery machine because one of his legs is broke because it wouldn't pop in, and then when it wouldn't pop in was because it was broke. There is a Scooby that comes with these, and it's got me a little concerned as to how many of my Scoobies now are not Lego that I thought were Lego that I paid a Lego price for, but they're still Scooby, so I'm just gonna act like I didn't, maybe, possibly, you know. You can kind of see the dog that's behind there. I forgot what brand that thing is. I do not recommend at all. That's another one that almost got smashed. Jim took it before it did because he liked it. So, but yeah, back to affordable bricks. Yes, the bricks are affordable, but they're doing things like, and they're actually calling it the green grocer for $199. They're doing, they have the Ghostbusters Firehouse for less than 200 bucks. They've got things like that. The clutch power, eh, the instructions for this thing was not good. It came, it just comes taped up in in a bag. It just comes taped up in a bag. The bags were numbered. That is one of the reasons it's a little higher than the next one that's coming. But yeah, I won't be buying from them again. I don't like the copyright infringement that much. I don't. It bothered me when I got to looking through there at some of the blatant stuff, even some of the bricklink stuff, and I know that's coming straight out of the design from the designers as well. So that's not cool. This thing, this thing right here, this thing, oh, this thing went back in the box. It it looked great. It's got a little music box. I was so excited. I would get all the way up to almost getting the tree together and trying to get the top part on, and the whole thing would crumble. And we get there again, and the whole thing would crumble. So I stopped, took a little break, went back at it in a day or two. Round three, Jim's coming into the build room, and this is quite literally all happening at one time. This really sweet Lego loving lady lost her biscuits with this build. It got me in a way. I just so frustrated. I just, he comes in and he says, "How's it going?" Or, yeah, he said, "How's it going?" I had it in the air coming down, smashed it on the build table, going back in the damn box. Jim looks at me and he did the Homer Simpson fade right back out of the build room, shut the door, and yeah, so that's where that ranking came from. If it's that much frustration, if it's not fun, if it's building that much, so I don't let it get to that point these days. And I was also in dealing with some grief at the time, so that probably had a little bit to do with the rage. But yeah, um, it's still in the box. It's in this room somewhere. Actually, it's not. It actually went to Goodwill. It actually went to Goodwill. Yep, took it to Goodwill. And I'm sorry to whoever bought it because it was a it was an exercise in frustration. It's Yeshin. I would not recommend. I did go out to their website to look, and they've got some really cool looking builds. People, it's a trap. It is a trap, trap, trap. Don't go for it. So that's where this ranking came from. Uh, so yeah, when I say back in the box, it means I ain't, no, can't do it. And here we have Let Bricks. And this is the Winter Village Chocolate Factory Snowy Christmas Street Building. It is open in the back, but I have the art of chocolate. At the time, I didn't have this one. I didn't have the art of chocolate, but I ordered this one thinking, it's kind of cool. It's a mock. This thing came in here, 2,000 pieces in 200 different little bags. And these bags, instead of having same colors, same part pieces, anything like that, is like somebody went through and took one piece of each color and put it in each one of these bags. It could not have been worse. There was no rhyme, there was no reason. It was total chaos. And if you've watched the speed build or heard me talk, I'm a sorter. I don't mind sorting, but I spent, this was such a mess. It took me 2 hours to open all the bags and get everything sorted out by color. It took another 4 hours to get everything by color and part. So started to build the next day, and it was horrendous having to look through all these different piles and containers looking for these parts. I might as well open a bricklink store if I'm going to do all of that stuff, because it's just like, I, kudos to you guys that run those bricklink stores. I don't know how you keep all that organized. It would, I know. After this thing, so I got part of it done, and it wasn't getting any better. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't bringing me joy. This isn't something I want to do. So guess what? It went back in the box, and it's still in the box, and it's taped up. And I keep saying I'm going to bring it back out and finish it because it really wasn't a bad build. The part quality and all that, the piece quality was great. Instructions weren't bad. They're an online download from PDF. So if you close out of it, you got to go all the way back through it to get back to your spot. It doesn't save or bookmark, or I didn't know how to do it. Um, I also have the Reindeer Ranch from them, and I haven't even opened the box because I'm afraid I'm going to open it up and it's going to be all that again. And I so want to build that one because it's such a pretty, it's the sand green, and I meant to grab a picture of it and put it in here for you guys. It's the sand greens. It's really cool. It would look great with the winter chalet and all that in the winter village, but that one is 2,900 pieces. And I know if 1,900 pieces broke my brain, 2,900 pieces sent in that way would be just total chaos. So if you love to sort and you don't mind it, maybe give them a shot because they do the box, and they do, pay the designers and things for them. So, and there's no um, license infringement and things like that. So that is all of the FLEGO news, and that's the truth as via the Lego Loving Lady, my personal experience with these brands that I've done. Um, so yeah, the Looney Bricks, the Panacea, General Gems I would do again because, at that price point, it's kind of hit or miss, but mostly it was a hit for me so far. Let Bricks I probably will never do again. Yeshin is a big old heck no. Um, so yeah, affordable bricks, I won't be doing that anymore, but I wanted to put them out there since I did have that set and did know a little bit more about them. I don't, not everybody though can afford $1,000 for a Death Star. I can't afford $800 for a firehouse, a Ghostbusters firehouse, though I'd really love one, but I kind of worked around that. I got a 3D puzzle of the firehouse to go with my Ghostbusters car because that was $30, and I had $30 a lot quicker than I had the price of the Ghostbusters firehouse. But maybe someday it'll be my white whale, right? All right. So, and then next is, did that just really happen? This week has been full of just stunning moments, humbling moments. The support around this, I never thought anybody would actually listen or come watch. It's just something I wanted to do. Uh, I hit 30 subscribers today. My 30th one was Joy, aka Brick Trains, from the A-Full podcast. And he put in there, I'd seen you in the comments, though, more on freaking news, new to your channel. And I totally fangirled out. So you can just kind of like, oh, shoot. Yeah. Because it was really cool because I watch them every week, him and Jabo and Earl. I love it when Earl loses it and just giggles, or Marty Guerra, man, 1, 2, 3, or Brick Czar. I also watch Brick and News every Tuesday. Alex and Jason, they're in my top 5 pods. Oh, yeah, always they'll be in my top 5. Before this week, Steve Miller from Imagination Brick Shop, he did, it's episode 107. It aired back in August. So you want to be a Lego YouTube podcaster. He did a whole episode for me pretty much because we were talking in the comments and he said, you know what, I'll tell my story. So he lays it all out there, the time commitment, everything. Let's see. Jason, Joy was Joy from our Brick Trains was number 30 on the subscriber list. Jason from Jason's Bricks and Five was number 25. I think Alex had joined before that. I got a call out from Eunice Lapis Tempest on the Model T. He's just in his video and he just shoots it and he goes, oh, there's the Lego Lovin' Ladies favorite set. And he just keeps going. I'm like, did that just happen? What's going on here? Jason and Alex gave me shout outs on the Brick and News. Jason was like, Lego Lovin' Ladies posting videos. I'm like, what? How did I guess and the manager at the Lego store I go in there last week and he goes, hey, I saw you in my YouTube feed. I'm like, okay. It's just, I'm getting a lot of support, a lot of feedback and comments. Joe Boland, thank you so much. I enjoy your channel. Thank you for all the comments, the interaction. I really appreciate it. Eunice Tapas, you too. I really appreciate the interaction. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do the live builds. Um, had a great conversation this week with the GSO BAM store manager. He was very supportive. No issues video on there, guys. Just gonna say it's just been a great Lego week. Um, we did hit our 30 subscribers this week. I think that's great. Barely a month in on this thing as far as doing it regularly. I appreciate anybody that 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 watches this, that comments, that likes, that even if you give feedback and it's something you don't like, tell me that too. That stuff I want to hear. I want the interaction. I want to build the community. So just really a heartfelt thank you guys. Thank you so much. So so yeah, that was kind of like very surreal um and a lot of support and I really appreciate it. This week I really felt the Lego love. I appreciate it. And Bricky's tips. And we're going back to the Yeshin and the hissy fit. And in the box. If it's not fun, it's not worth the time, money, and effort to build, chat, collect, or create. Right on, Bricky. I think you nailed it. So, what's on the build table right now? If any of you guys watched the speed build, that was my first one. It's a little speedy. It's like really speedy. So I'll try to speed it up, slow it down next time if that makes any sense. But I'm working on the orange cat. I have an orange cat that's wreaking havoc. So, yeah, his name's Willie, but you gotta love them. Orange cats have big personalities. I think me and Joe were talking about that. He had one knock over his Legos, and it made me think I've got a project here uh, from one of my friends. He's my boss now at work, that his cat knocked off and destroyed. I have a bag of bricks that used to be a Yoda, and I've had it for a couple months now, but I haven't started working on it. So once I get the orange cat done, I'm going to sort these out and start trying to reconstruct Yoda. So I'll keep you guys caught up on that. I'm hoping all or most of the parts are there. I do have a little bit of a part stash, so And I also have a used one. I got a really good deal on a used one of these about 8 months ago. So if I have to, I can rogue some parts off of that one because I didn't give a lot of money for that one. So I can rogue some parts off of it, finish this one out. Yeah, their cat knocked it off. I'm like, I didn't ask if it was an orange cat, but I bet it was an orange cat. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's next. How about you guys? What are you building? Let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback, what you think. Yeah, this is a long episode. We're going to hit maybe 55 minutes. No, we're at the end. We're going to hit about 52 minutes. So that's it for today. As well, some of you know, some of you don't. Episodes on Sunday. I try to drop a few shorts during the week. I'm trying to be consistent. All episodes won't be this long. I just seem to have a lot to say today. Please comment with topics, ideas, feedback, anything you want to see. I want to build a community as well as, doing this. It's great. I will respond. I try to respond as quickly as I can. And most importantly, thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to create, collect, chatter, build some Lego this week. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.